Hey guys, Ray from Love You RV and Boat. Just wanted to give you a look at what Ann got me for Christmas. A brand new grill. This is the Weber Q1000. I actually didn't even tell her this is the one to get, but she was able to pick it out herself. We used to have an O grill, which is kind of a clamshell affair. It was an orange one. We got it back in 2011. When we were on our first RV trip. They were quite popular back then, the old grills. I think they sort of went out of business. I see them sometimes under the name Napoleon, but it worked really good for us for many years. One of the big reasons we got it was the storage bay in our RV is not very tall. Some RVs have quite the tall storage bays, so they don't really care how high the grill is. So with the clamshell and it had collapsible legs, I could fit it into our storage. I think at the time this Weber brand didn't really have one that would fit, but she picked this Q1000 and it's only coming in around just under 14 inches tall, so it fits easily into our storage bay, which is nice. There is higher models, I think the Q1200, which I think it has kind of fold out platters for putting stuff on, but I didn't need that. I think it has a taller lid, so maybe if you were cooking, chickens and stuff in it, but we don't do really much of that. I use the gas oven in the RV for that sort of thing. It's mostly hamburgers, steaks, and vegetables, that sort of thing. I actually have a pellet smoker if I want to smoke a chicken or a big roast or something. I think the other one also has a thermometer here, which I find those end up not working that well anyway. And I have a dual digital thermometer I use for when I'm cooking roasts and stuff like that, and a small digital one for checking my steaks. I didn't really need that. So this thing worked out perfectly. It came disassembled, but there wasn't much to assemble. I just had to put on the lid there and put on the handle and attach the knob. That was about it. Give you a look at the insides here. So they have porcelain coated, I guess, cast iron plates. It's nice that they split in two. My old grill was just one big one, and it was kind of a pain to clean if you're going to bring it in and clean it in a sink, which is half the size, so it's nice and small to clean up. They have one big round burner here. It's a pretty good quality stainless steel. I like that they have the sparker over here. You've got those, pretty well traditional red sparkers that ignite it. But on my old grill and other ones, I've had the sparker down below. And what would happen, even though it had a little cover, there's always drippings and things would fall on it and foul the sparker. This one, they're smart. It's way over here and easier to get at, too, if I wanted to clean. Looks like to pull the burner and clean it's pretty easy, just one screw there. And then I know one feature people like on these Webers is they're very easy to modify if you want to make them low pressure. So the regulator is right out here, easy to get at. My old grill, it was buried inside and there was some piping and stuff involved. So back then I didn't know much about LP gas, so I had a professional do it, and he kind of redid it for me so that I could just plug a quick connect on the low pressure gas port on my RV. This one's a lot easier because it can just kind of unscrew here and you can easily get an adapter for it to run off the low pressure. So I noticed on the back here, it even says right here, gas pressure 11 inches water column, which is basically the low pressure in an RV. Looks like main burners, 8500 BTU. Got Q1000. This one's US, Canada, Mexico. I see that it is certified for use in the US and Canada. It's got the CSA approval, which is kind of important. We're going to be using it on the boat too, so I'm not going to go with the low pressure. I carry a small 20-pound one on the boat because the boat had its own grill that was mounted on the railing. So I think this one, I'm just gonna, when we're underway, I'll bungee it onto some other a crab pot and stuff so that it doesn't go anywhere, and then just pull it out when I want to use it. So I bought myself a few accessories. Just picked this up. It's a stainless steel braided hose. It's only about, I think, 5 or 6 feet, but that's all I need. And then I can use it with my 20-pound tank, which is in my Outland fire bowl. I have a cover for my 20-pound tank. And we'll just unzip that so you can see. It's kind of nice. It makes a little tabletop too. So I can easily hook up my grill when I want to use it, or I can hook up my fire bowl, or I could get an adapter if I didn't want to unscrew them and screw them in, but that's fine. And I got one other accessory to show you. Now, just before that, I'll show you, we have kind of a grease catcher in here, which is kind of cool. My old grill had a little round one. It's got a big square one, but it's nice that you can put in this foil, so you're not constantly having to clean the actual thing. It just slides in there underneath. So it didn't come with a cover, so that's the first thing I searched for. I found this one on Amazon called Neti Pro. It says better leisure, better cover. Anyway, it had good reviews, and it does look like a pretty nice cover. It's got waterproof kind of inside coating and kind of a vinyl tarp material, double stitched, and then it's got a couple drawstrings on each side so that you can fit it. It's kind of a universal cover. I find it a little bulky on this particular grill, but it'll fit a couple different models, I'm sure. Anyway, that'll be good for, because a lot of times we're in the west coast where we get a lot of rain, and then on the boat I'm going to want to cover it all the time because I'm going to actually have it outside. I don't want to, there's nowhere to store it on the inside of the boat, whereas in the RV I have the basement storage that I can slide it into. There we are. So with those drawstrings you can cinch it quite tightly underneath so that your cover doesn't blow away. Anyway, it's just early in the day right now. Actually New Year's Day today, so I picked up a couple of steaks for us, a ribeye for me and a fillet for Anne, and she'll get its maiden christening today, and we'll see how she performs. Once it's a little darker, I can give you a look at the flame and the adjustment for that. Stay tuned. Okay, so it's getting a little bit dark here after sunset, so we should be able to see the flame now. So I'll just turn this to where it's got kind of a little sparker symbol there. Over here. There we go. Hope you can see that blue flame. So you got a nice blue flame all around there. And I can just adjust it. There's half. And you can go down to quarter. Looks good. Almost ready to cook. There we go. Looks like a pretty nice sear. Till next time, Ray from Love You RV and Boat. Cheers, everyone.